Oh, hi everyone. This is Coach Chris coming at you. I had a request from some of my users to review using the AccuTrader.net indicator specifically for entering and exiting trades. Before I begin, just want to let you know that this video is being recorded for educational purposes only. Trading futures is extremely risky. You can and probably will lose money. So just be very, very cautious. Before I start, I just want to let you know that, like any indicator, the AccuTrader indicator is not a magic bullet that is suddenly going to, find 100-point trades every trade that you take. It's a momentum-based algorithm, and so in order for momentum and volume, so in order for us to get the desired results, we need a trading environment that will provide us with enough volume, buyers and sellers, to produce the runs that we need. The indicator will identify when the condition is right to enter a trade, but if there's not enough volume, buyers and or sellers behind it, you'll get the indicator like you did here, and it's just gonna putter out. It's not gonna have the continuation that we need. Also, you want a market that's oscillating. In other words, that's going up, then coming down. Doesn't matter how long those ups and downs are, but you don't want a market that just goes straight up, because you'll get the initial buy signal, but you won't get any further buy indicators, even if it's going up. And I'll talk a little bit more about that once I get into this. This is a 1-minute chart of the NASDAQ. This indicator only works on instruments that have some volatility to them, some nice movement up and down. It's not really for ES. It won't work correctly because you just are not going to get the swings and the volume volatility rather that you need to do that. So let's just go back to this morning. This morning was not a great day for this indicator. It did hit, obviously it hit some trades, but also there was a lot of false positives, and we'll talk a little bit about that. If you see, okay, let's just review the indicator a little bit. Okay, this red line you see in the middle is what I call the basis line. In other words, that's considered very similar to VWAP, the volume weighted average price. That's not exactly what this is, but it's very similar. And the way that it works is price wants to at some point revert to that. If it's above, it wants to come back. If it's below, it wants to gravitate towards it. Then there's this gray cloud around that that basis line, and anytime we're in that cloud area, it's not a warning sign, but it's a signal of kind of indifference in the market. The market really hasn't picked a specific direction if we're within that cloud. The other thing I want to say is the further away from the basis line and from the cloud we are, the more we want to stay into the trade. So for instance, let's just look here. There was news this morning at 7:30, I believe it was, somewhere. This is probably right in this area here. So we get a buy signal. It takes off initially, then retreats, and then it takes off again. And you'll notice how here we're starting to separate from that basis line, and it pulls back and it wicks down to almost the basis line, but it doesn't penetrate through, and then takes off again. So once you enter a trade, you get your signal and you're in a trade, you can feel safe. If you're above this cloud line, you can feel very safe staying in the trade. Okay, now at this point you could get out or just kind of be cautious. As long as this candle or these candles don't close below this basis line, red basis line, you should be able to stay in the trade. And you'll notice sometimes it almost gives it almost like a liquidity sweep where it gives it more energy to go in that direction. So I do not recommend trading with this indicator. I'm in the central time zone, so the New York Open for me is at 8:30 a.m. So I really don't recommend trading this this indicator more than an hour pre-market. Now, having said that, are there days where it works? Yes. But what will usually happen is you'll end up getting chopped out. Like you'll see here, this is, for instance, 6 o'clock my time, 2.5 hours. So you'll get a buy signal, you'll get an initial pop, and it'll just peter out. Same here. You'll get a little bit of follow through, but not much. And so you end up either making very little or losing money to commissions. So let's just go. Let's see here. I've got this paused. Where do I have it paused? Oh, okay. So the way that the system works is when we get a buy or sell signal, we want to enter on the next candle as long as that signal stays illuminated. What will happen is the algo will trigger the entry symbol, and this will, the buy or sell signal will get illuminated. Now, if for some reason that momentum changes or slows down before that candle closes, this signal will go away. Now, it may come on the next candle if the conditions are right for a buy, or it may just go away. So what you want to do is, once this is illuminated, you want to hold tight, and once this candle closes and this is the symbol is still illuminated, you will then get in on the next candle. So let's just I'm on replay mode here, so let's go back to right here, okay? And I'm going to slow this down, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that green signal, and then we're going to enter a trade, okay? So here we go. I may pause it just for emphasis, so this should start out here pretty soon, I think, okay? Okay. You can see here we're just right at the basis line with nada. Okay, we got a little jar down. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Green candle. No signal yet, either way. Another bigger green candle. No signal yet. Still waiting. Okay. So there's the signal. It has not closed yet. So what we're going to do is, if this stays illuminated, and this next candle is green, we're going to enter the trade, okay? So there, let's see if it closes. Still illuminated. Boom, yes. So we're now in the trade, okay? Now, what I recommend is setting your take profit at 20 points, which, since we're trading with one MNQ, that's, shoot, what happened there? Take profit, 40 points. Stop loss is going to either be the edge of the cloud, but in this case, that's only 5.5 points, or 20 points, whichever is less. Okay, so we'll go down here to 40. Okay, so just to review, we get the buy or the sell signal, candle closes, this is still illuminated, we get in. I see what I did. I did a sell rather than a buy. I apologize. So we're now in the trade on this particular candle. Okay. And as long as we're within these parameters, we're going to ride this thing out. Okay. So let's restart it. Okay. Now I'll speed it up just one notch, just otherwise we're going to be here all day. See, oh, okay. See what happened on that one? We were getting some sell signals, but they didn't stay illuminated for the whole thing because the momentum obviously changed. So let's just see what's going to happen here. Okay, we're starting to go up. So I would increase this now at this point, and I would bring my stop up. We're almost twice our. Okay, we're at a $50 profit. Let's just see what happens. Okay, we're retreating a little bit. As long as we don't cross that basis line, we're in good shape. Okay, now I'm going to move my stop up to the bottom of that candle. Let's just see what we can get out of this. Oh, it missed us by, oh, okay. So that did take us out on that particular candle. We made a $71 profit on that. Okay. And so, guys, this is what you need to do. You need to practice in a simulated environment with just one contract and get your entries down and your exits down. Find out, try to trade through this chop once and see what happens to you and see what I'm saying. Now let's just okay. So hopefully that was a little helpful. I'll be making some more of these videos, and I'm typing up some notes on the system, on some things to be aware of while you're trading, and hopefully that will be helpful as well. I want to just go back, if I can, real quick. Let me just get this select bar. I don't remember if yesterday we had some areas. This is the overnight session. You can see how flat it is. Obviously, you don't want to trade a system like this when it's flat. Okay, so that was the close. I just can't remember that. I don't think there was a lot of decent price action. Okay, let me just enlarge this a little bit and just see what we have here. Okay. Okay, this is before the close, or before the open rather, yesterday, and let's just take a look at this once. You can see here it was very similar today. You get a sell right before the open, and it just consolidated there. This would have been a really kind of a neat little trade, because I think I misspoke before. What you want to do is when you set your stop loss, you want to go to the edge of the cloud, or 20 points, whichever is more. Okay, so obviously this is only that's only like 10 points. So you'd want to put your stop loss up here at 20. So it's right above there. Let me just put that there just so we got an idea. So you can see, obviously, we consolidate here for, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minutes we really don't do anything, and then all of a sudden we get this nice drop. And so that trade, you would have got in at this candle. That would have been a 60-point trade in like 10 minutes. So now, remember, when you get that X, if you're short, you'll get a green X. That is your take profit signal. Okay, and you'll notice what happens almost immediately after this starts to retreat, And remember what I said is if the candle closes, the body of the candle closes above that basis line. In this case, it's above. If you were long, it would be below. That means get out for sure if you hadn't already down here. And you can see what happens. The momentum kicks in, and now you're into a buy. And so you get in. Remember, as long as that stays illuminated, you get in on this candle. Just assume you're at a high point, and you would have picked up another 80 points. So, but look at pre-market. See, you're not getting enough price movement. One of the things you want to look at is what's called the ATR, the average to range, just to see how much range you're getting at certain times. If that ATR is not greater than the amount of points you want to get, for instance, let's just say the average true range is 10 points, which means every candle is only moving around 10 points. Well, you sure don't want to go for a 20-point trade, right? If the average true range is only 10, because your chance of getting it are very small rather. So you get a nice trade here. Look at everything's going our way, direction, momentum. Here, look what happens though. We get here in a period of consolidation, and we actually get a sell signal on this candle, which immediately reverses on the next. So that would have been a stop out. That's at 9:10 a.m. This was Monday. You can see what happens. I mean, it just can happen that way. You get that big bearish candle. There's just not much you can do about it, and then you immediately get into a long here. And I forget how long this. Let me just speed this up one more notch, see how it goes. Okay. But remember, you need. Oh, actually, I didn't see that there was a take profit already back here. You need to have realistic expectations and know what you're looking to do. Are you looking to only get 5 to 10 points and then get out? Just a quick in and out? Then you really have to be on your toes. If you're looking for something like this, where you're getting 60 or more points, because you'd get in at this candle, and you're getting 100 points, that's what I'm trying to do more so than just the short 5-10 point scalps, because that's great. You're going to make some quick money, but here is where you can really, really, really make some money. You're making 10 times as much in one trade, not having to do as many trades. And as I said before, as long as you're above this cloud, you're gonna be safe. Came down, touched it, boom, it was off to the races. So I hope this video helps. Like I said, I'm typing up that document, which will give some tips and tricks also. And then I'm hoping to get some videos of some real-time trading with the system out, hopefully this week. I've got a really busy week, but I will do my best to get it out. So practice, practice, practice. And then, the thing is now, what we're getting this week, we've got a holiday on Thursday. We're getting some major news events, which really can throw off the normal course of things. So this week is not the best environment, to be quite honest with you, for using an indicator like this. You do the best you can, but also have realistic expectations and be on your toes, because look at this, how quickly things can change. So I hope this helps. Coach Chris out.